Okay, so I'm super excited to share with you how I finish the ends of my hat bands. And so this one was actually a pattern called Papa Joe, and I'm going to be adding this to my fishing hat. And I used a large loom, specifically the large Wisdom Warrior loom that I designed. And the pattern, as I mentioned, is the Papa Joe pattern. I'm going to be using a leather. This is a real leather. It is by Silver Creek Leather Company. And when I saw this silver, I thought, oh my lands, I totally want to use this for my hat band, for my fish hat band, because I loved it. And what I did was I cut out this piece, and I thought, oh, well, that's perfect. But then I realized it really wasn't going to secure the sides of my hat band. And so I really needed something a little bit thicker. So I went ahead and I cut this piece right here. Now, when it comes to adhesives, a lot of people like to use Gorilla Glue or E6000 or something that might be really strong. I totally am still and forever a fan of the Aleene's brand of glues. And this one happens to be the Fast Grab Tacky Glue. And let me tell you, it works really, really well. It adheres very quickly and it dries clear, which is definitely what we want for our hat bands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the toothpick, and I've already got some glue on my paper plate here, my sustainable paper plate. I always try when I can to find things that are clean. All right, and so just putting like a layer down here, and then I'm going to turn the hat band towards me, and I'm just putting like a layer of glue on those first few rows, like three good rows. Then I'm just kind of, whoops, make sure we're in the screen here. Get excited, I want to see up and close, and then I've got to make sure you do too. So we'll go ahead and we're going to lay that down, and I'm just going to center it onto that piece of leather. And by the way, if you don't want to use leather, you can totally use like a faux leather. I bought a ton of it once at JoAnn's. And so, you know, like I totally get it if you don't want to use leather, and you could do that. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with some more glue, and I'm just once again getting those first rows, like 3 to 4 rows. Okay, and just a nice coating, and then we're going to come over here to the opposite end. And you want a lot, but then you also don't want it to like squish out everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to give like a little bit more here. I'm telling you, this stuff is really awesome. It really does adhere quite quickly. All right, and so I've got my two pins here, my 2 clamps. Some people will like totally use real clamps, and that's fine as well. And so then I'm just going to sandwich this, and it's really incredible. I can already feel it like really securing itself. And I just very carefully, I'll take my pointer finger, okay, and I'm making sure that it stays aligned. And I'm going to pull in a clean toothpick here because I can see that I've got some, you know, seepage, and I just want to clean that up. Even though it's going to dry clear, I don't want to have like a mess. So I just like get that really nice and secure, and then I'm going to peek at the back just to make sure everything's good, and it is. And then I'm going to bring these clothespins in. Whoops. I just want to make sure I keep everything nice and even, make sure that nothing is slipping. And then basically, like a bit, you know, most people would recommend keeping that close together for like 24 hours. And I'm not opposed to that, but really with the fast grab, It really works rather quickly. And so, you know, glue can be fickle because depending on what part of the country you're in, if it's like really humid or what have you, like you might have to give it a little more time, or if it's super hot, it could like really adhere very quickly. But it does seem to be like a little bit of forgiveness of time. And so you could see how like nice and clean all of that is. And so I want to show you the other end because I went ahead and did that beforehand so that you can see. So we'll scooch that out of the camera and we'll bring the bottom in here. And so you can see this is all nice and smushed, and it gives kind of like this really cool, almost like bougie, I don't know, you know, like you have these different textures going on. You have the twine, you have this really sparkly silver leather, and then you have these fish. It's like its own little movie happening. But there are some really neat beads, metallic like beads in here that also have that shine. And so that's why I thought it would look really cool. So when this is all done, this other side, we would take the twine and then we would feed that through. But I will step up. I will go back one step and just tell you that I did end up trimming. So you can see that I did end up trimming a little bit off of each side, like, you know, maybe like a fingernail, just so that it wasn't so overlapping. But I do like the overlapping in the beginning because it gives the clamp something to hold on to. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. You know, let me bring in this hatband right here to give you an even better visual. So this the leather cord in this case is what I used, and then I've got like a barrel bead to keep it all nice and secured. This is leather. This is real leather. You know, you can get leather from Tandy. Tandy Corporation has actual retail shops throughout the country. You just have to go to Tandy Leather and look up to see, you know, if you have a retail outlet in your area. I'm lucky I have one, and it's kind of cool. It's always been in my town like forever and a day. But here's like the traditional way I would say that you would normally see perhaps a hatband being closed. So your two leather pieces, your leather cording, this could be suede as well, and then your barrel bead to like keep it into place. But I also, because I love to do things different, let's see, with this one, I literally did a row of fire polish. I just did a bunch of fire polish and some seed beads. And then I closed it off with a cute little fish button. So what I would do is I could do both of these on one hat at the same time. In fact, I'll have to do that because that looks really cool. Now I've got like my fish mate. Wait, here we go. All right, let me get that out of the way. Here's another one with just a beautiful row of, I believe these are 4mm fire polish. And then again, I just did a button. I added a cute little charm. So that's a different way that you could close. And then this is really cool. So I love using the slide connectors. These are slide connectors. And then I use some gorgeous check chain. Isn't that beautiful? So there are different ways that you could end your hatband. I think it just really depends on the look that you're going for. Again, if you want something probably traditional, you're going to go with the leather like I just showed you. And glue of choice, really, but I do think that the Aleene's Fast Grab is just fine. That's what I used on these, and I have been, oh gosh, this is probably a year old, and I've had it on one of my hats for quite some time. If you do choose to go with a more heavy, you know, glue, just please make sure that that you are in a well-ventilated area. With the tacky glue, it doesn't smell. So I don't have any of those issues. I hope this showed you how easy it is to end your hatband. I mean, it really is. And look at this one. I just did this one. I'm gonna say oh heck, maybe 2 hours ago, and look at how nice and secure the glue is. So this glue is pretty much the bomb. I'm loving it. And this is just twine, by the way. I just kind of wanted to keep the fish theme going. And so when this is all done, let's see, let's turn this over. This will just go down into here. And then I will just get one of the barrel beads and slide it on, and that's how I will keep my closure. I'll definitely take a picture so that you can see that, and I'll put it in a post. But I'm super excited. I love, 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 love this. I hope it helped you. I hope it inspired you. And making hat bands is like probably one of the most empowering projects that I do. Like, it just makes me really feel great. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please like the video, share it. That always helps me to, you know, get the word out there. So subscribe, share, give it some Jewel Loom love, and comment, because I actually reply. So yeah. All right, y'all. I hope you love this. And again, let me know what you think, and always here to help you. Have a great day.